Hey guys, this is Bree from the Baby Diaries, and today I am really excited to be reviewing the AILA Sit and Play Plus. Now, AILA stands for Animal Island Learning Adventure, and it is a virtual preschool system empowered by AI, and it's for ages 12 months and up for toddlers. Now, it comes on this adorable little smart monitor that is completely toddler friendly. It is ad-free, subscription-free. You're gonna see no pop-ups, there's no apps, there's nothing like that. And it is also touch-free. So it is a smart screen, but once you start it, your child doesn't need to swipe, to tap, to do anything like that. So this virtual preschool curriculum is an early preschool curriculum, and it encompasses, you're gonna have letters, phonics, numbers, words, emotional and social skills, colors, shapes. It has over 60 stories, it has over 25 sing-along songs. These are songs that we have known our whole lives, that we knew growing up, and it also has 20 lullabies as well, loaded on this little device. What I think is really cool is that once you own the AILA, you never have to pay for any updates. It comes with a lifetime of updates once you own the device. Now, also has 3 different modes to it. It's going to have your broadcast mode. Now, that is the default mode, and you can see this really adorable little screen on the monitor, and you're just going to go return to the island. All of your lessons, all of this educational programming is centered around this little animal island where kids get to see their little friends. It's bright, colorful graphics. There's little music to it. It's really adorable. So if you just go return to the island, it's going to automatically go to broadcast mode. So that's going to be your default mode, and I'm just going to turn it down, although it is adorable. But broadcast mode is going to be great if you're on a car trip, if there's a bunch of kids who are going to be watching this. It's going to just stream content that's not tailored to your child, but still educational, great content with all the friends they get to know. There's Mr. Goose, there's Fox, there's Hedgehog, all the friends which your child will get to know. My daughter does. She makes believe with them at other times of the day when she's not watching the AILA. It's very catchy, it's very well designed. Now, the heart of this system is going to be the learning mode. The learning sessions are about 15 minutes long, and what makes the learning sessions really special is this is where that AI component comes in. It's basically reading and reacting to your child's reactions while watching the lessons, so it can tailor future lessons just to your child. So for example, if my daughter, she knows the alphabet. So with that, she knows how to sing her entire ABCs. So it's gonna focus on maybe other things in different lessons and tailor a lesson plan for her, knowing that, okay, she can do her ABCs, but maybe she's, not as great with her phonics or, matching words to that exact letter. So it's really gonna make a lesson plan tailored just for my daughter. And what I think is so neat, no 2 children who use the AILA are gonna have the same lesson path. So if you had 2 kids both on this device, they would each need their own, and you're gonna be seeing different lessons on each of their AILA devices because it's gonna be tailored each to that specific child, which is just really unique and special because if you think about it, that's what a teacher does, and that's kind of what this whole system is doing for your child and at home, which also during this time when a lot of us are home more than we want to be and trying to figure out, different enriching activities for our little ones, 12 months and up. This system, I think, is incredible for this time, and I wish that I would have started using it with my child when she was younger. She's, she's over 2 now, closer to 27 months, and I think she would have gotten a lot from this, around the 12-month age. So, that's kind of how the learning session, the learning mode is gonna go. The last of the mode is the lullaby mode, and that's just gonna be really calming. It plays soothing music. It shows just like a pretty, colorful little background, and that's to kind of like wind down, switch modes with your little one. So those are the 3 modes. This program also has a free parent companion app. Now on the parent companion app, you can download it on the App Store, and then you're just gonna need Wi-Fi to be able to use those together. And with the parenting app, I can just show you right here what it looks like. You can see I can start her different sessions. This says start learning session. So I can actually start her lessons from my parenting app. I can also check in right here. And if I check in, it actually is gonna work as like a baby monitor. So while my daughter is doing her, her 15-minute learning session, which is about how long the learning sessions are, 15 minutes, I can keep an eye on her. So this is gonna give me an opportunity if I wanna cook, or if I'm doing laundry, or if I need to get some work done. Yes, it is only 15 minutes, but also a lot of us know 15 minutes is golden. I can check on my little one without being distracting her and going in the room, and just make sure, see what she's doing. Sometimes it's just adorable, make sure that she's okay, not just chucking food on the ground or whatever. So I think that's really neat that you can also use this essentially as like a baby monitor. You could have this on in a different mode and just kind of be keeping an eye on the room as well with this little device. So I really like that. The parenting mode is also going to recap their learning lessons, so you can go over and be like, okay, M was the letter of the day. Maybe I can incorporate that, later on in our day when she's finished with AILA, and use that. It's going to give you a really nice recap of all the lessons on your parenting app. You can also send media from your phone through the app to your device. So you can send pictures to your device that your little one can see, this, so they can see themselves on the AILA screen as well. And you can also monitor screen time. So I think it's really nice to be able to have that and to use those two things together with this device. And again, the app is free. Once you buy this, that is the only thing that you need to pay for. What I will say is, and one thing I also want to add, this also comes with the AILA Sit and Play Plus, also comes with an additional book that you can use to read stories with your little one. My little one, I think, has the book in bed. So I will see if I can show you guys that later with all the different story times that's included. My husband just flew it in. Okay, so this is the book that's going to come with the AILA Sit and Play Plus. It has over 60 stories in it. I'm gonna be honest, you guys, when we first got the book, I kind of looked at my husband and I thought, this looks kind of like a textbook. Like, I don't know, it feels a little different than some of her other, we have a lot of books, we're a big reading family. This feels kind of textbook-like in how it's presented and the stories. Boy, were we wrong. She's obsessed with this book. You can see it's already like, it's bent, it's gotten already very loved because she loves it. This is like the book that she wants every nap time and bedtime right now. She has her favorite stories. The stories in here are all very different. Some of them are just going to focus on vocabulary, which would be good early learning stories to help, when a child is starting to read. Others are going to have lessons. And I will say it's also very ethnically diverse, which is great because I think there's a story in here where most kids are going to be able to see themselves somewhere in the pages, which I think is really important as well. So I do appreciate that. Another really cool component is this works with the AILA. As I mentioned, the AILA has stories that Mr. Goose will read, and so your child can see some of the stories that they read with you throughout the day, and they can get really excited. My daughter gets really excited when she sees some of her favorite stories during her learning sessions on here. So this is a really nice component to have with the AILA. It does come with the AILA Sit and Play Plus. If you just buy the AILA Sit and Play, it's not going to have the book with it, so you can make that decision on what works best for your family if you want to get the read aloud stories as well. You also have this Cuddle Case, so the AILA doesn't come with this case. This is additional as well, and this is just going to give a little different protection. So it usually doesn't have like these little ears, and you can see that this is case. You can just add an additional, and they do have some other separate things that you can buy through their store as well. They do have a stand. We don't have that. We haven't had a problem with it yet, and I think they have like a little cuddly hedgehog you can buy, but you can check it out on their website as well. The one other thing I will say, our daughter loves it. Like, this has been such a great tool for us. She talks about her lessons. Like I said, she talks about all of her friends on AILA, which is adorable. I do think it is funny, since my daughter started, AILA later, after 2 years old, they kind of make it so your child knows when the learning lesson is starting and when it ends, because all they say goodbye, you recap kind of what you learned. And so the idea is that your child is ready to say goodbye, and it won't be like when you shut off a TV or take away a tablet. However, my daughter doesn't have it. She wants more. So I do think if you started this earlier, you might have less of that learning curve in terms of, at first my daughter was like, why am I not touching this? She kind of thought it was like a tablet, but she very quickly learned she doesn't need to touch it. Her friends are just going to interact with her from, the screen. You don't need to touch the screen, which I really like, because if you guys have a toddler and a tablet, they're just tapping, touching, tapping. So I really do like this. I think this is really high quality screen time. I know everyone's always worried about screen time. This is a very high quality screen time that you don't need to feel guilty about, especially like in a 15-minute dose. And I do also want to mention that this entire preschool curriculum has been curated by educators and innovators and is very well thought out. So yes, my daughter definitely never wants it to be over. No matter how many times her friends have said goodbye, she wants more AILA. So we kind of have to be like, it's in 2 more minutes. But we're thrilled how much she loves it. And I think that's about all I have to add. Oh, I know, my last thing I wanted to mention is the customer service with this company. If you ever do need it, they're fantastic. I don't always mention customer service if I haven't had to use it, but I did have a few questions, and the woman I spoke with took so much time. She educated me a lot on this device and the system, and she also did tell me that in the future they do think that updates are going to continue to make this for a little bit of an older toddler as well. Right now the recommended age is 12 months to 36, and she told me updates are likely coming soon for, you know, maybe 4 and 5-year-olds as well. So I think that would be fantastic if this just continues to grow with your child. And she said they are, you know, looking into perhaps adding different languages. So that would be something to look forward to. Feel free to check in with me, ask me questions as I get updates as well, and how my daughter is liking this. I will definitely start number 2 on the AILA, you know, a little earlier at 12 months when that time comes. So anyway, if you guys have any questions about this really cool, you know, virtual preschool system or curriculum, please leave a comment below. I would love to chat about it. Otherwise, please subscribe to my channel and like this video. Thank you so much for watching.